Well, a conservative group is raising a red flag after finding a major online platform used to raise money for Democrats received half of their donations from untraceable, unemployed donors, reportedly. Analysis of data from ActBlue found that $4.7 million worth of donations came from donors claiming to be unemployed, totaling $346 million in last year, 2019. Here to break down what this all means is the president of TBAF Action Fund, John Pudner, joins us today from Wyoming. John, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay. So what do you make of this, that so much of this money is coming in reportedly from unemployed people?
Yeah, this is a real concern. No one's been able to load down the data and all the reports they give, but to see $346 million being pumped into liberal causes and campaigns from people who say they're unemployed, for almost half of every donation coming in ActBlue is from someone who says they doesn't have a job. And this is right for a program or anyone overseas who wanted to filter money in. This would be the way to do it. You wouldn't list an employer. You just use American names and send it in.
You just said something there that got my antenna up. You said money from overseas. Is that where you think this is coming from? Somebody is trying to impact the election?
Well, some of it. There's certainly plenty of legitimate donations, but because ActBlue is the only group, commercial or political, just about that doesn't let bank processors look at where the money's coming from, see if it's really coming from the card, that's sending it. We don't know. We know that China and Iran and Russia are trying to influence our election. What easier way than to put a programmer on this and put in foreign money into campaigns? So ActBlue is just a willing conduit.
Meanwhile, the Republicans have something called Win Red. Are they using anything like that?
No, now they've matched the ease of giving, but they allow the banks to check your credit card. And think for a second, if you're buying something online or at a store, the bank is instantly checking to make sure it's really your credit card.
Sure.
That's why you put in your zip code and everything else. That's what ActBlue does not let a bank processor do. There's no check. There's nothing to say this is really Steve Ducey's card, not stolen. And so people can steal identities. And we've known this for over 10 years. I mean, the Washington Post discovered $174,000 being given all the way back to Obama through this system 12 years ago, $174,000 from one person. So we've known this is an issue, and yet they're the only group out there that insists on not letting banks look at where the money's coming from.
That is curious. We did get a statement from ActBlue. They said, we use an array of data sources, internal validation, and third-party services to verify the validity of transactions. We report every contribution to federal candidates that comes through our platform, and you can look those up on the FEC. Does that sound about right to you?
Oh, yeah, that's their problem. We looked them all up on the FEC. And this is where we discovered half of them were coming from people who said they were unemployed. We looked at every donation they've had. And they keep doing this, well, we report everything to the FEC. They're required by law to, because when they set up this pass-through system, the Federal Election Commission said you can only do this if you report every donation, right, because you could otherwise fraudulently bundle money. So they keep doing this as though it's a badge of honor. I mean, they're just doing the minimum legal requirement and then taking credit for it. But no, we've looked at it, and that's why we know this money's coming from people who supposedly don't have a job.
That's really something. Let's see what develops. John Pudner, the president of TBAF Action Fund. John, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.